through the fire and snow. Voices of a north in the cold wind blow.
Shadows in the night, but the stars still glow. If I fall tonight, let the whole world know.
Calling me home where the old gods stand, through the storm and the blood red sand. The sky falls down and the rivers run slow. Hear my name in the winter snow.
Steel in the hand when the long ships sail, cold in the lungs when the night winds wail. Came from the frost where the brave don't fail. Every star got a story to tell. Drums in the dark.
A little bit of break for me to get things together. I'm taking information from here, which is the Fortune Teller's Bible. One of my favorite runic looking at sections is in here, nice and neat and pretty, and Old Trusty Faithful, the Old Book of Ruins. This is a very rare book. If you have one, I got this years ago. It was my first ever runic book. And I put something kind of together to help pronounce this with a little bit of help using some online research. So we're going to start off with Fehu. Fehu is this is where we're going to get down and close here. Fehu is its ruin right here. Okay? It's pronounced Fehu. It's spelled F-H-F-E-H-U. It means wealth, prosperity, movement, resources, and beginnings. Its element is fire, and its deities that resembles it is Freya or Freyr. Its prophetic value is F. Fehu is the first ruin in the Elder Futhark that sparked the beginning of journeys. The fire that turns potential into motion. Fehu means cattle, but not simply animals. In the ancient world, cattle were wealth, status, and survival symbols. They were living resources, able to grow, multiply, and be traded. Fehu is wealth that moves, wealth that breathes. This ruin speaks of prosperity, abundance, and new beginnings. It's the energy of resources that flow in and out. The reminder that wealth must circulate to stay alive. To the hoard is to stagnate. To share wisely is to thrive. Fehu is the beginning of the Vanir gods, Freya and Freyr, deities of fertility, passion, and flourishing life. Its element is fire, the flame that ignites the opportunities, and the heat that forges success. When Fehu appears upright, it signals gain, growth, reward, and fresh start, a venture taking roots. A door opening, a blessing arriving or coming upon you. When it stands reversed, it warns of loss, mismanagement, or blocking flow. A reminder to realign yourself and your resources and to restore balance to what you give and what you keep. To work with Fehu is simple. You cast or you draw it. Put it on your altar tools for creation. Speak its name when calling it for prosperity. Let it guide the beginning of your new path. Fehu is the flame of abundance, the first breath of the runic journey, and the promise that what you nurture will grow. In divination, upright it becomes wealth of incoming wealth and resources. success in a new start or new beginning. Fertility, either creativity or literal fertility. It's rewards for your hard work, strong, flourishing relationships. In reverse, it could mean financial loss or stagnation, missed opportunities, resources, mismanagement, greed, or undeveloping oneself. In its practical uses as a talisman, it attracts money, energizes prosperity, opens opportunity, and supports cultural and creative growth. And ritual, to draw it on your wallet, to mark it on financial tools, place it on your altar for divination, or use it to ignite new beginnings. There's a simple chant that can be used. Fehu, 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 Fehu. Flow, fame, fortune come. This is a ritual-friendly invocation. I call upon Fehu, the first flame of the Futhark, bringer of prosperity and keeper of living wealth. Let the resources flow, let opportunities open, let abundance move toward me and through me. May what I nurture grow, may what I give return. Fehu, ignite the path ahead of me. That is Fehu, the ruin of prosperity. Next, we are going to talk about Uruz. Uruz which, like I said, these are one-on-one classes and I will go one at a time. Almost there. Uruz, the ruin of strength. Raw power, endurance, and shaping force. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Uruz element is earth. Its associated animal is the Uruz, or the wild bull. Its prophetic value is the letter U. Uruz, the second ruin of the Elder Futhark, is the raw strength that follows the spark of Fehu. Where Fehu begins the journey, Uruz gives the power to shape it. Uruz is the ruin of Uruz, the great wild bull of ancient Europe. Massive, untamed, and unstoppable. A symbol of raw vitality, primal force, and the strength to endure, this ruin speaks of physical power, inner resilience, and the will to transform. It is a moment when potential becomes muscle, when intention becomes action, when the world begins to shape itself around you in your efforts. Uruz is not a gentle strength. It's a wild, natural force that breaks obstacles and forges new paths through sheer determination. When Uruz appears upright, it signals vitality, courage, and power to overcome a challenge that can be met. Transformation is underway, a moment becoming stronger than you were before. When Uruz is reversed, it warns of exhaustion, missed opportunity, or fear holding you back. A reminder to rebuild your strength, to reconnect with your body, and to reclaim your personal power. To work with Uruz, you call upon it when you need endurance, courage, and breakthrough energy. Use it to strengthen your will, your body, and your resolve. Let it guide you through trials that require grit and determination. Uruz is the wild strength of the bull, the force that shapes destiny and the power that rises within you. and when you refuse to break. In divination, when it's upright, it symbols strength and vitality, endurance and resilience, courage to face challenges, personal transformation, and even a breakthrough moment within your life. But when it's reversed, it resembles weakness, depletion, fear of change, missed opportunities, lack of confidence, need for rest and recovery. In its practical uses as a talisman, it boosts your physical strength, supports healing and recovery, enhances courage and well-being, and helps overcome obstacles. In ritual or daily life, you draw it before workouts or physical tasks. Use it during healing or grounding work to help center yourself. Invoke it when forcing major challenges. Place it in tools to transform or to give it discipline. The simple chant for this is Uruz, 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 Uruz. Strength raising, power flowing. In a ritual, you might use it like this. I call upon Uruz, the strength of the wild ox. Search and source for endurance, courage, and transformation. Let your power rise within me. Let your force break the obstacles before me. May my will be strong, my body steady, and my spirit unshaken. Uruz, shake me into what I must become. And the last one for tonight, and by the way, all these are going to be made up and added into the Book of Shadows for the Hall of Divine Ruins, so they will be there permanently. This is my own personal take on everything. Don't mind me, I am looking for things. So, the next one is Thurisaz, which is this one right here. This meaning is defense, conflict, boundaries, reactive force, giants. Its elements are both fire and chaos. It belongs to the giants and Thor. Its prophetic value or chthonic value is TH. Thurisaz, the third ruin of the Elder Futhark, the thorn and the hammer. The giant's force, or Fehu, beginnings, and Uruz brings strength. This one brings challenges. The test that shapes the warriors. Thurisaz is a ruin of Uruz, the ancient giants of raw chaotic power. It is also a ruin of Thor, the protector who wields that same force. To defend the realms from harm, this ruin speaks of conflict, boundaries, and decisive action. It is a thorn that protects the rose, the hammer that breaks must be broken. The moment when hesitation ends and the choice becomes action. It is not gentle. It is the shock that confrontations the awakening. It is a force that demands you stand your ground and defend what matters. When it appears upright, it signals a challenge, confirmation, and a necessary defense. A moment to act with clarity when clarity sets forth, and a boundary that needs to be set. A threat that can be overcome with courage and precision. When it is reversed, it warns of a misdirection, anger, impulsive choices, and unnecessary conflict. A reminder to pause, breathe, choose your battles wisely. Not every thorn must be used. Not every hammer needs to fall. When you work with this ruin, you call upon its protection. Boundary setting and decisive action. Use it when you need to defend yourself, your space, or your path. Let it sharpen your awareness, your strength, and your resolve. This is a thorn in the hammer, the guardian at your gate, the force that rises when danger approaches, and it will stand unshaken. When it's upright in divination, it stands for protection, defense, a challenge or confrontation, setting boundaries, necessary decisions, controlled, focused power. When it's reversed, it means anger that's being misused, being impulsive, avoiding conflicts that need to be faced, vulnerability or weak boundaries, need for caution or reflection. As a talisman, it's protection from harm, strengthening your personal boundaries, warding off negative influences, empowering decisive actions. In a ritual, you draw it for protection. Use it to reinforce your boundaries. Invoke it before difficult conversations you need to have. And place it at the thresholds of your entry points. Thurisaz, 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 Thurisaz. Thorn, shield, hammer, guard. As a ritual, you could use it in this manner. I call upon Thurisaz, thorn of protection and hammer of power, guarding of boundaries and breaker of threats. Stand with me as I face the challenge ahead. Strengthen my resolve, sharpen my awareness, and shield me from all harm. Let my action be precise, my will be unshaken, and my path well defended. Thurisaz, guard the gates. With that being said, this is kind of a long video, but it's supposed to be because this is our initial video. The ones after this are just going to be the ruins and a little introduction video. But I am going to copy this stuff down on paper, and there will be a Google Documents ad sent into the Discord that it will continuously be added to that has this information on it. This is my take on the ruins. With that being said, blessed be everyone, and as always, follow the motto of Hall of Divine Ruins. From Odin's breath, knowledge burns eternal. See you next time.